You did bring up something that sparked my interest too. Not oh yeah, basically kind of like you said a game, right? Is that the cockfighting game?
Yeah.
And what's that going to be about?
Cockfight. It'll be just what it sounds like. I mean, well, maybe depending on how dirty.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
But no, it'll be chicken versus chicken. Rooster versus rooster, rooster versus chicken. There's a lot that has been kept under wraps, even for me. Well, especially for me, because they know I'll blab my mouth if they show me anything. But there's been a few screenshots leaked. There's been a few mechanics leaked. But essentially, it is going to be an on-chain Web3 player versus player, all-out chicken warfare. With these guys' kind of zany sense of humor and these really amazing. It's amazing IP that I can't wait to see everyone be able to experience, and that's going to be built in a way. I think one of the really difficult aspects is trying to balance rewarding your community that holds your NFTs, but also being easily accessible, like free to play style accessible. So I think they're putting a lot of effort into trying to dial that experience in, so that if somebody who's got no financial interest in the game can just pick it up and start playing it, maybe enjoy it, and maybe it will be something that they could kind of like with microtransactions, buy some egg or buy some feed and continue to play. But if you are a holder, you generate those currencies, so you don't have to necessarily buy them, but it creates a greater value for you because more people are utilizing them. So, and that's just my idea, but I know that they are fine-tuning that, and that's something that's extremely important to them, is getting the right tokenomics for a sort of free-to-play game.
Oh, man, yeah. Like I said, kind of like looking at it, right, and kind of seeing everything kind of break down, like, can't wait for it to come over. I'm definitely going to want to try to, like, win OG and win whitelist them to death on that. So
I'll get you on that. Don't worry about that. I got you.
Thank you. But also, like you said, like this is a very. I mean, I like how, like I said, I like everything that this thing is about, and how the marketplace and everything like that. It has kind of like laid out for it too. But also like Mad Skulls as well, and basically like what's kind of your, like you said, your role there, and what does exactly like Mad Skulls actually like do exactly?
So Mad Skulls is its own beast, but it, I always say it kind of came together like a zipper with chicken. So both projects, when they were still in their roadmap phase, when they were still planning, they had planned to partner with other projects. That was what both of them had intended to do. And they both had different mechanisms to do this. So with Chicken, you've got foraging. You've got this really cool gamified engine that is similar to staking. Instead of staking them, you're sending them out to forage for 10 hours, 12 hours, whatever. But the idea being that they're locked up, they return with something that has value to you. Mad Skulls did something similar, but in a completely different way. They have portals, and so Mad Skulls, when they minted, there was a total collection of 6,666. Of that, only 6,000 were minted, and the last 666 are what we're actually minting now. 333 are on Polygon and 333 were on Ethereum. We call them the missing ones because they were missing from the original mint. But what Mad Skulls can do is stake inside portals and generate one of a number of different currencies. So the project itself has a very interesting tokenomic system. What it is it's called, I don't know what the name for it would be, but it's a token called Flesh that the Mad Skulls would generate if they go into the Mad Skulls portal. And what Flesh does is it's non-transferable, has no liquidity, has no cash value, but it atrophies at a rate of 1% per day, which means that 1% per day gets converted from flesh to our flesh. Our flesh is rotten flesh. And our flesh is the currency we use for everything inside Skull City right now. So to open up more squads for staking, to open up more slots for staking, to contribute to, we have a thing called builds, which is we have like 3 releases that we're planning at a time, like skins, arcades, and a new portal. And we'll list them on the page, and people can contribute our flesh or flesh to speed that up, or to make that particular launch come out first. So what's neat about this, you actually contribute flesh and it gives you a reward back in our flesh. So it's kind of an incentive to do that as well. But basically this our flesh token, because it's time gated the way it is, and because you can't buy it, it winds up being something that only rewards the community, right? Some whale can't come in and just buy up a bunch of our flesh and open up 30 slots and send 5 skulls, 5 squads of skull staking. It has to be done slowly, and it's been being done slowly. Over the last year and a half, we've been quietly, staking and chilling and opening up more and more slots and more squads, which has now become important because we have all these portals opening up. So, like I said, the first portal is called Earths, and that's the one that